In September 2021, I visited Costa Rica for the first time to celebrate my birthday, and I stayed for a week. Well, technically 6 nights and 7 days.
Birthday.
Thank you so much. Oh gosh. Agalpan and I stayed in Jaco, which is a beach town on the Pacific coast of Costa Rica. During the excursions, we visited other districts along the Pacific coast, and naturally, as a proud Jamaican, I had to take note of some similarities between this paradise of Costa Rica and my paradise back at home in Jamaica. My week-long visit in Costa Rica was during the wet season. Actually, it was in September, in what should have been one of the 2 rainiest months of the year. But thankfully, my trip was filled with sunshine and clouds and light afternoon showers, not enough to deter any plans. Volcanoes back there, somewhere beyond the fog, but yeah. Costa Rica and Jamaica seem very similar in terms that it's a lot of sunshine with some occasional showers, especially in the months of September and October. Another similarity between Costa Rica and Jamaica is the landscape. They're both very lush and very green, and when the golden sunshine hits it at certain times of the day, oof, it can be mesmerizing. Other than that, they both have a rugged topography because of all the surrounding mountains and hills. There's rivers flowing through these mountains into the valleys. There's white and black sand beaches. The tropical landscape of both venues is just awesome. With similar climate and landscapes, it was no surprise to me that Costa Rica and Jamaica produce a lot of the same crops. So, many of the tropical fruits and produce that I have back at home, I was able to enjoy in Costa Rica as well. The main difference in my experience was that Costa Rica's lychees, for some reason, were bigger than the ones in Jamaica. Like Jamaica, Costa Rica also produces and exports coffee. The most surprising similarity between Costa Rica and Jamaica for me was probably the love for reggae music. And I don't mean that because I didn't expect them to like it, but for the whole week, anywhere in the country I went, I heard reggae music. Probably 80% of all the music I heard while I was in Costa Rica was reggae. Are you playing cartel? Are you playing cartel? Are you playing cartel? I knew you were my people. I knew you were my people. It's like, but no, some here dancers. I love y'all even more now. One of the things I prefer about Costa Rica when compared to Jamaica is the apparent efforts of nature preservation. In my experience, Costa Rica is full of forest lands and vegetation, and it wasn't marred much by litter in the streets or in the bushes. I didn't see much evidence of destruction of land, such as deforestation or mining. And I love that their wildlife can just live freely in nature.
They're Costa Rican monkeys, they understand Spanish. Go, 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 go! Come here. Go.
Truth be told, I was more fond of some wildlife more than others. I stayed at a boutique hotel at the edge of the rainforest. There's a little lemur in the tree. See Mostly's tail, there he is. And the most common guest that I saw was definitely not my favorite. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Oh good golly gosh. Why I'm look like him want to go to my room though, but I need to know. The sun is out and lovely in the rainforest, and I haven't seen any iguanas today, so another thing I believe Costa Rica has over Jamaica is the road and driving conditions. And if you've ever driven or been driven in Jamaica, you know what I'm talking about. Hello. Hola.
Where are you going?
Jaco Beach. We moved around in mostly chartered buses, taxis, and Ubers. And driving around some days for long hours to get to our destination revealed mostly smooth roads and level-headed driving in my experience. Not something you can always say when driving in Jamaica. Now upon the flip side, in my experience, one thing I think Jamaica has over Costa Rica is the quality of Jamaica's rivers and beaches. Mind you, I visited the Pacific coast of Costa Rica during the wet season, even though there was very little rain during my trip. But I was still surprised that almost every water body I saw was brown and opaque or had a reddish tone. Even though the water clarity wasn't 100%, thankfully we were still able to enjoy a few spots to swim, including the beach at Manuel Antonio National Park, the private Tortuga Island off the coast, and the Balde hot springs, which are warmed by a nearby volcano. One of the main questions I'm asked about my trip is, how is the food? And let me tell you, I enjoyed every single thing I ate in Costa Rica. However, I may be biased, but in my opinion, it can beat Jamaican food.
It smells Scotch bonnet-ish.
Oh, pour it on. Just not kill me though. Alright, Jesus Lord of His mercy, y'all. The level of sweetness of fruits that I sampled in Costa Rica were pretty much the same as what I'm used to at home in Jamaica. The difference in food was mainly in cooked meals for me. I prefer Jamaican food over Costa Rican food. Surprise, surprise. Coming from a Jamaican. But in my opinion, Jamaican food has more of a pronounced, earthy, spicy kind of flavor. And from my experience, we seem to have more of a gastronomic variety on the local scene. One thing I noted is the seafood in Costa Rica tasted different from the seafood in Jamaica, but I'm not 100% sure why. The best way I can think to describe it is the taste of the sea was a bit more evident in the Costa Rican seafood that I had almost daily. But all in all, Costa Rica's food scene was very good.
No way.
Thanks for an awesome time, Costa Rica. One love from Jamaica.